Orcas, also known as killer whales, are a species of toothed whale from the oceanic dolphin family. They are the largest species of dolphin, measuring between 5 to 9 meters in length and weighing up to 10 tons. Orcas are highly intelligent social creatures and live in pods of 5 to 30 individuals. A pod can consist of as many as 5 generations, from babies to great-grandmothers. The orca language is one of the most complex in the animal kingdom, and orcas will pass down knowledge and culture from one generation to the next. Orcas communicate using a mixture of whistles, echolocation clicks, pulsed calls, low-frequency pops, and jaw claps. Orcas are apex predators with a diverse diet. Some groups will exclusively eat fish, while others will hunt marine animals such as sea lions, penguins, dolphins, and even infant blue and sperm whales. They employ a variety of tactics when hunting, including suffocating sharks by holding them in place, herding schools of fish, tipping floating ice, and creating waves to knock prey into the water.
Well, I think the hammerhead shark ate the blue whale, or it's glitched.
The beluga whale is a species of cetacean that is highly adapted to its Arctic and subarctic environment. This includes an all-white color, the absence of a dorsal fin, and the unusual ability to turn their head up, down, and side to side. They also have a large and deformable hump at the front of the head, which contains an echolocation organ called the melon. They use this for a variety of tasks, including movement, communication, hunting in the dark, and to find breathing holes in the ice. Most beluga whale populations are migratory, spending winter near the Arctic ice cap and traveling to shallower waters during summer. They usually form pods of around 10 animals, though groups can number hundreds or even thousands during the summer months. They are highly sociable animals and will play, cooperate, and hunt together. They are also known to be one of the most vocal cetacean species, with their bird song-like calls earning them the nickname canaries of the sea. Beluga whales are near threatened in the wild due to a variety of factors including climate change, hunting, oil and gas development, and pollution. Sea lions are a group of 7 amphibious mammal species characterized by external ears, large front flippers, and the ability to walk on land using all 4 flippers. Female sea lions give birth to their pups on land, and like all mammals, produce milk to nurse their young. Sea lions are fast and agile creatures that can swim up to 35 kilometers an hour and dive to depths of up to 300 meters. They forage for fish and squid near mainline coastlines, continental shelves and seamounts, and hunt both individually and in groups. Sea lions have also been observed cooperating with other predators like dolphins and seabirds when hunting. They are not at the top of the food chain, however, and are commonly preyed upon by both orca and great white sharks. California sea lions are particularly intelligent creatures and can be trained to perform various tasks. They are commonly found performing tricks at theme parks, aquariums, and zoos around the world. Bottlenose dolphins are the most common and well-known members of the oceanic dolphin family. They are highly intelligent marine mammals, and like humans and great apes, can recognize themselves in a mirror. Bottlenose dolphins are very social creatures and live in pods of between 10 and 30 individuals, which will cooperate, hunt, and raise young together. Dolphins join, split up, and rejoin pods in different combinations, and pods may sometimes combine for several minutes or hours to form larger social groups called herds. Dolphins communicate using a mixture of clicks, whistles, squeaks, and body language like jumping out of the water, tail flapping, and butting heads together. Being mammals, they need to come up to the surface to breathe, and most dolphin species can hold their breath for between 5 to 15 minutes. All dolphins are carnivores and mostly eat fish and squid. They search for food using a technique called echolocation, like bats, where they emit sounds and listen for the echoes to determine the location and shape of nearby objects. No sunlight reaches the inky black depths of the deep ocean. However, most deep-sea organisms can generate their own light using a process called bioluminescence. This process has evolved independently at least 40 times. Bioluminescent organisms commonly produce light in specialized cells called photophores. Here, a substance called luciferin is oxidized by an enzyme called luciferase, and the resultant chemical reaction emits light. Some animals have the ability to regenerate luciferin, while others take in symbiotic bacteria or other bioluminescent creatures as a way of producing light. Bioluminescence is found in many marine organisms, including bacteria, algae, worms, fish, crustaceans, and jellyfish. Animals light up for a variety of reasons, including to lure unsuspecting prey, to warn, disorientate, or scare away predators, or to attract mates. Ammonites are an extinct group of shelled marine mollusk that first appeared around 214 million years ago. Their closest living relatives are coleoids, like octopus, squid, and cuttlefish. Ammonite shells were divided into chambers by a series of intricately folded walls. This gave them great structural strength, allowing them to withstand water pressures at up to 100 meters deep. During the lower and middle Jurassic periods, ammonite shells rarely exceeded 20 centimeters in diameter. However, by the Cretaceous period, giant species had emerged, with some growing shells as large as 2 meters. Ammonites swam around by squirting jets of water from their bodies and controlled their depth by filling their shells with fluid or gas. They fed on plankton, fish, crustaceans, and other marine invertebrates, and likely snuck up on prey, grasping them with their tentacles, similar to modern-day cephalopods. Ammonites went extinct 66 million years ago during the KPG extinction event, which also wiped out 75% of plant and animal species on Earth, including the dinosaurs. Plesiosaurus were a genus of long-necked marine reptile that first appeared during the Jurassic period, about 200 million years ago. They belong to a family of marine reptiles called the plesiosaurs, which are named after them. While the plesiosaur family ranged in length between 1.5 meters and 15 meters, Plesiosaurus were quite a small species, reaching lengths of about 3.5 meters. Plesiosaurs are characterized as having small heads, long necks, broad bodies, short tails, and 2 pairs of elongated paddles. We know from their body shape that plesiosaurs, and especially Plesiosaurus, were not particularly fast or agile swimmers. However, they could still swim as fast as an Olympic athlete. It is also believed that plesiosaurs came ashore to lay eggs, like sea turtles. While there have been alleged sightings of plesiosaurs by humans, most famously in Loch Ness, they likely went extinct at the same time as the dinosaurs. Green sea turtles are one of the world's largest species of turtle and are found in tropical and subtropical oceans worldwide. They get their name from the color of fat beneath their shells, which has a green hue due to their herbivorous diet. While juvenile green sea turtles are mostly carnivorous, adults will shift to a diet of sea grasses and algae. Green sea turtles can hold their breath for hours at a time, though when undergoing vigorous activity like feeding and traveling, they will surface every 5 minutes or so to breathe. They can migrate long distances between feeding grounds and coastal nesting sites, with distances of over 26,000 kilometers recorded. While they spend most of their time underwater, females will come ashore to lay eggs. Most species of sea turtle are endangered due to factors like poaching, over-harvesting of eggs, loss of nesting sites, pollution, and climate change. Manatees, also known as sea cows, are large herbivorous marine mammals that live in shallow marshy coastlines and rivers. There are 3 living species: the Amazonian manatee, the West African manatee, and the West Indian manatee. Their closest living land relative is the elephant. Manatees swim around using their powerful flat tails and use their front flippers to steer and occasionally crawl in shallow water. They are not territorial, and apart from mothers with their young or males following a receptive female, they are generally solitary animals. They will, however, gather in groups when mating or in warm areas around food sources. Manatees are very social animals and communicate using a series of chirps, whistles, and squeaks. These sounds are used for a variety of reasons, including daily interactions, warnings, and to attract a mate. It is also believed that communication between mother and calf plays a big role in the nurturing process. While they have no natural predators, all 3 species of manatee are vulnerable to human-related issues, such as habitat destruction and boat collisions. Red piranhas, also known as red-bellied piranhas, are freshwater predatory fish found in South America. They are indigenous to the Amazon basin and are often found in fast-flowing rivers. Piranhas have a single row of finely serrated teeth and one of the strongest bites among bony fishes. Similar to sharks, they also have special sensory organs which help them detect blood in the water. However, despite having a reputation as ferocious predators, piranhas are primarily scavengers and foragers and will eat almost anything they can find. Piranhas live in large shoals, mostly to protect themselves from predators rather than to hunt as a group. While schools of piranha do occasionally enter feeding frenzies and devour large prey in minutes, attacks like this are usually extremely rare.
God, I had a good time because my phone's not gonna shut up until I tell it to.